I hope that isn't annoying. Hi, welcome back. My name is Emmy and I am a professional hairstylist, a coffee lover, and a beauty enthusiast. And today I'm going to share my thoughts on the Violette FR brand and what I've tried from them thus far. Let's get into it. So we're going to be playing with the products as we're talking about them. I have base makeup on and that is it so far. So the first products I tried from them are the red lip and the highlight. So we have Petal Bouche and Bomb Shine. I'm not applying this today. I have applied it before and you've seen it in action. It is amazing, but we'll get into it a little bit more in a minute. So starting off with Bomb Shine. So firstly, I want to kind of address packaging. I think the packaging is so unbelievably beautiful in the color of the packaging, in the weight of the packaging, in how much product you're given in the packaging. I feel like it's not an obscene amount of product and the packaging is all quite compact, especially the eye paints. I feel like they are a little more compact than I was expecting. And I've talked about this before, but the other thing I love about them is that you can twist it up. When you twist it down, it clicks like that. That is something like tactilely is really, really satisfying in these products. And it's something I really appreciate. So packaging is a 10 out of 10 for me. I think it's stunning. The white and the gold, and then, you know, you have the color of the product that peeps through as well. It's so great. So the Bomb Shine is a white tube, and then the Bijou Bombs have the gold lid, and then the tops are opposite as well. Very clever, good aesthetic. You can tell the difference when it's in, you know, your makeup bag or your purse or something. The packaging is a complete and total win. It's not heavy, so it doesn't feel like extreme luxury. Like if you've ever owned a YSL lipstick, the packaging is so heavy. And they're wonderful, and I love YSL lipsticks, and it's a really fun treat. But this still feels nice and luxury packaging without feeling opulent, maybe, might be a good term. Now for my thoughts on pigmentation in this range. I think it's a very inclusive range and the pigmentation is wonderful. I'm going to take the U paint in Blue Minute. I think that's how you say it. A way I haven't tried this shade yet is kind of as a wash over the lid. So we're gonna try that. I've done that technique with the U paint in Caramel Shad, the caramel color, and it works wonderfully, but I haven't done that with the blue, so let's try it. That didn't do a whole lot. Let's do more. I'm slowly building the pigment. I don't want a full-on smoky eye. I just want a nice, fun wash of blue shimmer. Yeah, that's perfect. So these products are pigmented, and you will hear people talk about it in kind of a negative way. I think the high pigment makes it really inclusive. A lot of skin tones can wear it. I guess it'll show up on most skin tones, which is kind of half the battle with a lot of colored products like this. And I think I like the high pigmentation. I like that it includes more people. You know, it gives more people the option of wearing these products. And I really, really like that in a brand. So with high pigment comes a much bigger learning curve, because you really have to kind of take it slow, pay attention to texture. I have my mirror here. And slowly play with it. So I think people that haven't liked this line, it's maybe just not for their makeup style, and that's totally okay. But for me, it's so my makeup style. So yeah, the eye paints, the learning curve is big because it is a highly pigmented product. It's where you get a big learning curve as well, is when anything is longer wearing, and these are very long wearing. My eyelids eat eyeshadow. Things just disappear on my eyelids, and these really, really stay. So yeah, that is a light wash of color of the blue shade, and I think it's really pretty and really fun. Yeah, doing this kind of technique with both the types of formulas, the matte and then the shimmer kind of sparkly colors, you definitely have more blending time with the sparkly colors than you do with the matte. The matte is quick. Your playtime is small. So if it takes you a few tries to kind of find your playfulness with it, that's fine. Also, you're gonna have plenty, like, I'm probably not gonna run out of these. Like, I'd be surprised if I ever had to replace these, because like from running out, if I had to replace it from running out and using up all of the product, because you use so little. So that is kind of my thought on the eye paint formula and the Petal Bouche formula as well. That's kind of that category that those fall into. The Bijou Balms, their formula is also amazing. Not that high pigment that you have to kind of like really dial back. These go to the other end of the spectrum. They're kind of lower pigment, and they're made to be that way. So I have all three shades. I have the corally shade. These are all in French. I am not going to say these. So the coral shade, the berry shade. Let me find the berry shade. And the nude shade. I have all three. I've worn all three. I knew I was gonna love the like coral and the berry. I didn't know how I was gonna feel about the nude, and I love the nude way more than I thought I would. So much more. So there they all. Coral, berry, nude. Subtle differences, and those are kind of, you know, good 3 swipe swatches. That's about all the pigment you're gonna get. Yeah. These are touted as a balm. They're not hydrating, like, at all. They're comfortable, but not hydrating. And I think that was maybe a little bit of a miss on the marketing team's kind of, I don't know, I feel like it was a little bit misleading calling it a balm. I don't know what else you would call it, but it leads you to believe that it's a hydrating product, and it's just not. It is a matte balm for sure. And so the balmy part of it just means that it's comfortable. I think it's comparable to the MAC Powder Kiss lipsticks that are really matte, high pigment, and very comfy, balmy, like on the lips, you know? But these don't have as much pigment. So it's very much an effortless lip, 100%. So it's a matte texture. And I think that's really fun, because to play with texture in a makeup look, especially having the matte eyes, the shimmery eyes, things like that, you can play with the texture a lot, and like the, you know, the highlight, like the skin highlight. And so I think having a very, very dewy face and then that matte lip is like, And especially having like a colorful eye and a really like dewy face, and then that matte, like there's a lot of fun to be had with texture. And this is an interesting texture to have in the mix and to play with. So let's start with the nude. There it is. It is so much Your Lips, but better. And that texture though, like you can see how, you know, my skin is shiny. I have the highlight over here. I've got the sparkle on my eyes. And then that just soft, soft matte. It brings so much balance, so much balance. So let's take this off and try on the berry color. I want to wear the coral color today, so that's what we're gonna finish with. Here is the kind of raspberry shade. There it is on the bottom lip, but not on the top. So you can see how much pigment it has. It is a sheer wash, but very much there. So it's just a little bit deeper than the nude. I love this one as well, very much. Finishing off with the coral, and this is just what I'm gonna wear today. I could very much see this being like my summer shade and the raspberry being like my winter shade for sure. I mean, you can just apply this for days. They are so beautiful. I can't get over it. So that was all 3 Bijou Balms on my lips. I'm wearing the coral shade, and I'm gonna take the raspberry and try it as a blush. That is one way I have not played with these before, and I think this matte texture is gonna make such a pretty blush. So we're just gonna apply it directly to the cheeks. That's gonna be good. And I'm just blending the edges of it, if you can see how I'm doing that. Okay, yeah, that's fun to play with. I feel like I have a little bit of cleanup on the eye to do. I feel like maybe I blended a little too far out on the corner there. So, in conclusion, I love this brand. I am enjoying everything they make. It's a fun challenge. It's different. It's kind of unlike anything else I've tried. It's just such a different take. It really, really, really speaks to a little bit of my fantasy self of being like the iconic French lady. I love that style. I think it's classic, but it's still, you can still be unique and you can still be you and you can set yourself apart. It speaks to my ideals of simple makeup, and it's everything I love about makeup. So I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, especially the eye paints. And that is totally fine if that's not for you. I think these Bijou Balms are gonna be for everybody, for sure. And then the Petal Bouche, I mean, it's a red lip. Again, there is a pretty large learning curve with those high pigment formulas, but it's one of the more perfect reds I've ever worn in my entire life. And the fact that when you build up the pigment, it doesn't just build pigment and opacity, but it actually gets darker and you can play with that in the lip. That is a really fascinating part of that formula in the red lip. I can't wait to see what else they come out with. I definitely could see myself buying more of the eye paints if they have any shades that really, really speak to me. These were the 2 colors from the current lineup that I was like, I will wear those for sure all the time. I love a blue moment. I love a warm caramely color. I've been wearing them a lot, both sheared out like this. Again, this is the blue. And then also as a liner, more intense. I've really been playing with them a lot. It's a fun paint to paint with, and that is what makeup is. So I love this brand personally, and that's it. So yeah, if you were wondering my thoughts on Violette FR and kind of why I like it, that was that. I hope you have a great day. If you'd like to see more, feel free to subscribe. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, I share a little bit over there. I definitely share more fashion over on Instagram. So if that's your jam, please head over there. And I will talk to you next time. Thank you so much. Have a great day.